Hello, awesome English learners, and welcome back to English Practice and Mindset. I'm Alex. Today, we're diving into a topic that touches almost every single person watching or listening right now. The title of this episode is Why You Understand English but Can't Speak. Let's start with a moment of truth. You've worked hard. You have a massive amount of English knowledge. You can easily follow our podcasts. You can watch movies without subtitles, and you can understand complex conversations. Your listening practice is excellent. But when a friend, a coworker, or a teacher asks you to respond when it's your turn to talk, you feel a heavy, uncomfortable silence. Your brain locks up, and suddenly all those perfect English words you know disappear. It feels unfair, right? You have the knowledge, but you don't have the voice. You want to communicate smoothly, quickly, and with real confidence, but the words just won't form. If that sounds like your life, I'm here to tell you that this frustrating gap is completely normal, but it is not permanent. In this video, I'm going to share 5 simple, actionable tips to help you start speaking English more often and more clearly. I will speak at a natural but clear and slightly slower pace than native speakers usually use. This means you can use this video not only for listening practice, but also for the powerful shadowing technique. Listen, pause, repeat, and try to copy my rhythm and tone exactly. That's how we build active muscle memory. Ready to turn your hidden knowledge into a powerful spoken ability? Let's get started. The first step to solving this problem is understanding the root cause. Why does all your great listening practice not automatically become great speaking? The simple answer is this: understanding English is not the same as speaking English. Think of it this way: there's a passive skill and an active skill. Passive English, the receiving mode. When you are reading a book or enjoying a podcast, you are in passive mode. Your job is easy. It's just to recognize and receive the language. The pressure is zero. If you don't know a word, your brain can often use the context to guess, or you can check a dictionary later. You are consuming the finished product. Your brain is relaxed, only trying to find the meaning. This is a beautiful and necessary part of learning. It fills your word bank and trains your ear for listening practice, but it doesn't prepare your mouth. Active English, the creation mode. Speaking is active mode, and it's much harder. Why? Because you must create the language from scratch immediately. Speaking is a rapid, high-demand process where your brain has to do 3 big jobs all at the same time, usually in under 1 second. 1. Idea selection. You must instantly decide what you want to say. 2. Sentence building. You must quickly find the right words, put them in the correct grammar order, and choose the right tense. 3. Physical delivery. You must tell your mouth, tongue, and throat to move in the exact way needed to make clear English sounds. It's a huge, fast effort. If you spend 90% of your time in passive mode and only 10% in active mode, your brain and mouth will not be ready for the pressure. We need to change that ratio. We need to start training the active skill every day. Tip number 1. Forget about perfect grammar. This first tip is the most important one. It's about a mistake in your mindset that stops your mouth. Many learners do this. They wait. They think, I must wait until my grammar is perfect. I don't want to make a mistake because I will look silly. So they wait and wait and wait. They keep reading, they keep doing listening exercises, and they keep delaying the real thing, speaking. But here is the simple truth. You do not need perfect grammar to speak well. You only need to be clear. Can the person you are talking to understand the main idea you want to share? If the answer is yes, your English is working perfectly. Imagine saying this sentence. Yesterday, I go to the store to buy some food. Is the grammar perfect? No. It should be, I went. But does everyone understand you went to the store yesterday? Yes, of course. Communication succeeded. Think about children learning their first language. They don't know the rules. They say things like, me want juice, or I do not like this. No one corrects them on grammar. Everyone just understands them and they keep speaking. And slowly, over time, their grammar fixes itself automatically. You can do the same. Action item. Stop letting the fear of a small mistake silence your big message. A mistake is just proof that you're trying. It means you're using English in the real world, and that is fantastic. Use simple sentences. Use the words you know. Just say what you need to say. Always remember this phrase. Fluent with mistakes is much, much better than being silent with perfect grammar. Speak first, fix later. It's the only way to move from passive to active English. Tip number 2. Learn with chunks, not single words. This tip is a game changer. It will make your English sound more natural and make your speaking much faster. Most people study English by learning one single word at a time. They learn the word busy. Then they learn the word right. Then they learn the word now. Then when they want to tell a friend that they are busy, they have to stop and build the sentence word by word. This is slow and difficult. Instead of single words, you need to learn chunks. What is a chunk? A chunk is a small group of 2, 3, 4, or 5 words that always go together naturally in English. It's like a ready-made sentence block. For example, instead of learning the word busy, you learn the chunk, I'm tied up right now, or I have a lot on my plate, or I'll get back to you later. When you learn these ready-made chunks, something wonderful happens. You don't have to worry about grammar. The chunk is already grammatically correct. Your speaking becomes fast. Instead of building the sentence from scratch, you just grab the whole block and drop it into the conversation. Think of it like building a house. Learning single words is like using sand and water. Learning chunks is like having prefabricated walls and doors ready to put up. It's much faster. Action item. When you are doing your listening practice or watching a movie, don't just write down the single new vocabulary word. Write down the full phrase or full sentence where you heard it. For example, don't write depends. Write it depends on the situation. Say that full phrase out loud 10 times. By doing this, you're teaching your brain the natural flow of the language. We must build our English chunk by chunk, not word by word. This is how you start to sound like a native speaker.
Tip 3. Your secret daily practice partner. Talk to yourself. I often hear this from students. Alex, I don't live in the U.S. I don't have anyone to practice with. How can I get better at speaking? My answer is always the same. You do have a partner. It's you. Talking to yourself is the most powerful and easiest tool for moving from passive to active English. Why? Because it is zero pressure, available 24/7, and it trains the most important skill, thinking in English. When you talk to yourself, you force your brain to do the active job we discussed in Part 1. You make your brain quickly search for words, build sentences, and use your mouth muscles, but without the stress of a real person waiting for your answer. Action item. You must make talking to yourself a daily habit. Here are 2 easy ways to do it. 1. The narrator technique. Pretend you are a character in a movie and you are narrating your own life. Describe exactly what you are doing right now, out loud or in a low voice. For example, I am getting a glass of water now. The water is cold. I need to close the window because it is windy. Or, it is 7 o'clock. I should start cooking dinner. What do I have in the refrigerator? Maybe some chicken and rice. 2. The opinion technique. Read an article or listen to a short podcast segment and then stop. Tell yourself your opinion about the topic. Don't worry about perfect words. Focus on keeping the English flowing. For example, the news story said the weather will be very hot tomorrow. I think I don't like hot weather. I prefer it when it is cool, maybe 20 degrees. When you do this, you stop translating your thoughts from your native language into English. You force your mind to go directly from idea to English word. This is the secret path to true, fast fluency. Use your daily tasks to make this your new listening and speaking practice. Tip 4. Force speed with the repetition drill. Many people know a word but still speak slowly. Why? Because the time it takes to pull the word out of their brain is too long. They lack quick recall. We need to force your brain to recall and use the words and phrases you know much faster. This drill is called the 4-2-1 repetition drill, and it is perfect for active shadowing practice once you have listened to this episode a few times. 1. Choose a short text. Take a paragraph from a book or a short section of a podcast transcript, maybe 6 or 7 sentences. 2. First read. 4 minutes. Read the text out loud for the first time. Focus only on understanding every word and saying it clearly. Don't worry about speed. Take 4 minutes if you need to. 3. Second read. 2 minutes. Take a short break, maybe 1 minute. Now read the exact same text again. Your goal is to finish it in just 2 minutes. You are forced to speak faster. You are forced to stop pausing and hesitating. 4. Third read. 1 minute. Take another short break. Now read the exact same text one last time. Your goal is to finish it in 1 minute. This method does 2 things. 1. It forces your mouth and tongue to get used to the sounds and the rhythm of the English text. Great for shadowing. 2. It trains your brain to organize the information and move your voice quickly. The words you use in the third round will come out easily and smoothly. Use this technique once a day. You will feel the speed and confidence increase rapidly.
Tip 5. The flexibility test. Our final tip is about flexibility. When you are fluent, you don't just know a lot of words. You know a lot of ways to use the words you already have. Many students memorize one word and one single example sentence. This makes your English very rigid. If the conversation changes slightly, you freeze because your memorized sentence doesn't fit anymore. We need to teach your brain to be agile, to quickly change words and grammar around a central idea. This is the sentence expansion drill. Action item. Take one simple, basic sentence and challenge yourself to change it in at least 5 different ways. Use a new one every day. Let's use a simple sentence as an example. I like coffee. 1. Change the time. Tense. I will like coffee after I put milk in it. 2. Change the person. My sister doesn't like coffee, but I do. 3. Add a reason. Detail. I like coffee because it helps me wake up. 4. Change the form. Question. Do you like coffee or do you prefer tea? 5. Change the mood. Emotion. I wish I didn't like coffee so much because it's expensive. Do you see the magic? You only used simple, known vocabulary, but you practiced 5 different grammar structures and expressed
5 different ideas. You are using your existing knowledge in a dynamic way. This drill, practicing the flexibility of a single sentence, is fantastic for improving your natural rhythm, which is great for your listening practice and for your shadowing technique later. The goal is not to find new words, but to find new ways to use old words. This is true speaking power. We've reached the end of our journey today, covering 5 powerful and simple tips. The gap between understanding and speaking is not a sign that you are a bad student. It's a sign that you are a passive student who needs to become an active creator of the language. Take one tip today. Maybe start with talking to yourself and use it for 1 week. Consistency is the secret. Even 10 minutes of active speaking practice is better than 60 minutes of passive listening. You have the knowledge. Now it's time to find your voice. This has been Alex on English Practice and Mindset. If this video helped you understand why you're struggling and gave you a clear path forward, I have one simple request. Please click the subscribe button right now. When you subscribe and like this video, you help me reach more amazing learners just like you who are tired of being silent. Also, tell me in the comments below, which of the 5 tips will you start using today? Thank you for spending this time with me. Keep practicing, keep speaking, and I will talk to you next time.